In this video, we'll be taking a look at the sort tool. Hopefully you've come across similar functionality in your data analytics journey to date. For example, you may have sorted data in spreadsheet software like Excel or Google Sheets. Now you can sort data on both string fields, i.e. you can order words in alphabetical order from A to Z or reverse alphabetical order from Z to A. Or you can sort numbers, either from lowest to highest, i.e. in ascending order, or from highest to lowest, which is descending order. Now, in order to illustrate how it works, we will look at a few examples using the restaurant sales dataset. So I will drag in an input tool and connect to the restaurant sales dataset accordingly. This dataset contains information on a restaurant's sales and shows the check number, the waiter that served the table, the amount the table spent, and the number of people who were seated at the table. So let's now drag a sort tool onto the canvas and connect the output of the input data tool to the input of the sort tool. When we do this, you will see a simple configuration window appear on the left-hand side. The first column is asking us to select a column in which we would like the values to be sorted. So if I click on the first drop-down, you can see we are presented with the 4 column names that we are able to sort by. So for the first example, let's sort the total bill column, which is a number representing the bill total for each check. The second column simply asks us to select either ascending order or descending order. Ascending will go from lowest to highest, or in the case of string data types, it will order from A to Z. Descending will go from highest to lowest, or Z to A. So if we were to select descending, and then add a browse tool and run the workflow to observe our first result, you can see that our dataset in the results window is ordered from highest to lowest, and the waiter Rodrigo served a table of 2 who spent 156.95, which was check number 180, and this was the highest bill total. As we scroll down, the total bills decrease. Okay, so let's go back to the sort tool and go across to the configuration window where we'll carry out another example. Let's select the number of persons column and sort in ascending order. When we run the workflow, you can see that we have all the 2s at the top, which is representing the lowest value that this column contains. And if we scroll down, we can see the next value to appear is 3, then 4, 5, and so on. So this is a very simple example of sorting by an individual column. Now Alteryx allows us to sort by multiple columns, and this is done by simply selecting another column to sort by in the configuration window. Now the important thing to remember here is that columns are sorted independently and in order that they appear in the configuration window. So for example, if I were to add a second column to sort by, so let's add total bill, and sort this in descending order. What this will do is first sort the number of persons column. It will then sort the total bill values while still maintaining the sort order of the first column. So let's run this workflow to observe the output. So here you can see that we have a dataset with all the tables that seated 2 people at the top. But this time, when we look across into the total bill column, we can see that the total bills are ordered from highest to lowest. And if I scroll down to where tables start seating 3 people, you can see that Ruby served the table with the highest bill for the tables that seated 3, with a total bill of 154.95. Now, as mentioned, the order that the columns appear in the configuration window is important, as they are taken in turn. And this ordering can be changed by using the up and down arrows on the right hand side. So if I select the total bill column so the row is highlighted, and I were to press the up arrow, this will move the total bill column 1 level higher in the sorting order, which in this case is to the top of the sort. Okay, so let's move on to another example and show some more features. I'm just going to copy and paste the first workflow underneath itself and then go into the configuration window of the second workflow. So you may have noticed the little negative symbol underneath the arrows. If you wanted to remove a column from your sort consideration, then you can select the column you would like to remove. In this case, I will select the number of persons column and then hit the remove symbol accordingly. Now in the next example, I will change the total bill column to be the waiter column, which we know represents the name of the waiter that served the table. Now if I change the order to ascending and run the workflow, what we will see is the waiter column sorted in alphabetical order, as it is a column that contains string values. So Alex appears first in this list, followed by Amanda, followed by Amit, and so on. Now one thing I would like to bring up is that string fields do not necessarily have to be stored using English, or English of the United States by default. If we click on the Use Dictionary order, you are able to change the dictionary which is taken into account when sorting the values. And the list is vast, so take this into account when you're attempting to get string values sorted in a particular order, which may be based on a different dictionary of characters. So to summarize, you can select columns that you want to sort using the column name. Once defined, you can decide whether you want to see the sort in ascending order or descending order. You are able to sort by multiple columns, and the sorting will be done in reference to the first column in the list, followed by the second, and so on. The sort tool is also very useful when used in conjunction with other tools, and we will see an example of this when we cover the unique tool.